YoGotti might be known for his bangers, but his reputation in the hip-hop industry is unparalleled. There are a few hip-hop legends who have an unexpected and verifiable criminal history. YoGotti is sadly one of them, but is it the reason rappers fear him? Or is it because of something else? Keep watching till the end of the video to see why rappers are really scared of YoGotti. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Before we get into the video, subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when we upload more content. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks. Mario Mims, most commonly known as YoGotti, was born in Memphis, Tennessee on May 19, 1981, in the Ridgecrest housing complexes. He grew up in a notoriously violent neighborhood. His father, mother, uncle, and aunt all used to hustle for a living. This is probably what shaped him as an adult and caused him to get into trouble later in life. YoGotti's run-in with the industry actually started quite young. He was only 14 years old when he first came into hip-hop. In the 1990s, he began rapping with his Memphis underground crew. In 1996, he released his first cassette, Youngsta on a Come Up, as Lil Yo. The song quickly became a local smash, propelling YoGotti to prominence as the head of a local underground hip-hop group, and one of Memphis's most promising rappers. His rapping style was influenced by both non-Southern and Southern hip-hop music, as well as rap icons such as Master P, Dr. Dre, and Tupac Shakur. As the years went by and YoGotti rose to fame, he started dropping hit after hit, but he also started getting into trouble with the law and beefing with other rappers. His dark and lengthy criminal record has had rappers truly afraid and not wanting to work with him. YoGotti versus Young Dolph. For the better part of the last 3 years, the dispute between Memphis rappers YoGotti and Young Dolph has been a prominent storyline in Memphis hip-hop. Young Dolph was seriously hurt in a recent shooting, but he was also expected to recover. Sadly, he passed away. This was the second and final time that he was shot. The first time he was shot was in Charlotte, North Carolina in February. Black Youngsta, actual name Sammy Benson, a close associate of YoGotti, was one among the men charged in the event. He maintains his innocence, claiming that a van used in the shooting was stolen and was hired under his name. Young Dolph stated to reporters that he had no idea who fired the shot at him. Though neither party has verified it, the conflict most likely began in 2014, when Dolph, who was then just starting out as a rap artist, began publicly stating that he rejected the opportunity to join Gotti's CMG record company. Still, as Gotti's reputation grew, the Dolph-Gotti feud faded into the background. YoGotti, who rose to prominence as one of the city's iconic street rappers in the mid-90s, released his breakthrough album, The Art of Hustle, in 2016. Throughout 2016, the beef was mostly between Dolph and members of YoGotti's camp, particularly CMG-signed rapper Black Youngsta, who included a Young Dolph diss in one of his songs and produced a video of himself patrolling Dolph's South Memphis area, heavily armed. YoGotti largely remained on the sidelines, and in a video released in September of that year, he downplayed any hostility he had towards Dolph. At the start of 2017, it appeared that the whole thing was a publicity stunt orchestrated by both men. It was more than likely Young Dolph's attempt to boost his own attention by pursuing the more well-known and renowned artist. Dolph restarted the feud in February 2017 with a diss track aimed squarely at Gotti, derisively characterizing him as Ho Gotti. The song Play With Yo implied he'd had an affair with Gotti's child's mother. Soon after, on February 25th, a vehicle Dolph was riding in was shot at while on tour in Charlotte, North Carolina. More than 100 shots were allegedly fired at the bulletproof car, but Dolph was unharmed and went on to perform a concert that night. Following the tragedy, Dolph released his second album, Bulletproof, in April, which was a nod to surviving the Charlotte attack and made the top 40 in the United States. YoGotti, meanwhile, has 2 top 10 albums and is now in the US top 10 with his track Rake It Up, which features Nicki Minaj. Black Youngsta was one of 3 guys arrested in Charlotte in May for his alleged involvement in the shooting. YoGotti deemed person of interest in Dolph murder. Charlotte Mecklenburg police charged Black Youngsta, Frederick Black, and Antavius Gardner with 6 counts each of shooting a firearm into inhabited premises and criminal conduct, according to the Charlotte Observer. Youngsta since then has been released on bail and is awaiting additional court hearings. But all this commotion has made other rappers really afraid of what YoGotti and his posse is capable of, especially considering the death of another fellow rapper. YoGotti was charged in September for being involved in the shooting of fellow rapper Young Dolph. The incident was purportedly caused by a disagreement between their teams. Gotti was later cleared of the charges, but his associate Corey McClendon was arrested for attempted murder shortly after the incident. After an altercation in Hollywood, Los Angeles, rapper Young Dolph was shot and in critical condition, basically left for dead. The incident occurred in the Loews Hollywood Hotel's valet parking lot, and Young Dolph was left requiring emergency surgery. According to LAPD detective Megan Aguilar, the shooting occurred after an altercation with 3 guys who were involved in a physical brawl. Young Dolph got knocked to the ground at one point. Then one of the suspects drew a firearm and started shooting at him. One individual was apprehended by police, while the other 2 remained at large. One of the men's gold Cadillac Escalade was discovered abandoned a block from the hotel. Detectives were looking into whether the incident was related to a feud between Young Dolph and fellow rapper YoGotti, according to the Associated Press. As per TMZ, YoGotti has been designated as a person of interest by police after witnesses said he was involved. Is YoGotti untouchable? No, he isn't. Lawyers from Dummit Fraudine recently won a high-profile trial against mainstream rapper YoGotti. In a North Carolina courtroom today, YoGotti was hit with a heavy $2.2 million verdict. After a judgment of unfair and deceptive commercial practices, a Forsyth County judge increased the sum to $6.6 million. YoGotti recorded a rap for Young Fletcher in 2016. Young Fletcher, aka Lamont Fletcher, is a North Carolina rapper who planned to jumpstart his career with this collaboration. YoGotti was paid $20,000 for the track, but his label, Epic Records, never approved it. He also failed to supply the necessary side artist agreement, which would have allowed Young Fletcher to distribute the tune. YoGotti then tried to sneak around Michael Terry, Young Fletcher's manager, by offering a backdoor contract to sway the artist into working with his label. YoGotti has been making music since the 1990s and has aided the emergence of other local artists by providing verses, like he did with Young Fletcher. YoGotti unfortunately did not follow through. Instead, he resisted Young Fletcher's and Michael Terry's attempts to communicate with him. Plaintiff Michael Terry, a talent manager and promoter in Winston-Salem, alleged YoGotti had no idea who he was dealing with. What do you think of YoGotti? Do you think he's actually dangerous? Do you think he was behind Young Dolph's most recent shooting? Join the conversation and let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks.